US President Joe Biden will hold a meeting with Japan, India and Australia soon. It is the first ever leaders summit for the Quad alliance, seen as a counter against the growing influence of China. Supporting COVID-19 vaccination rollouts is also expected to be high on the agenda. For more, let's speak to Simon Marks in Washington. Simon, we sort of know the agenda going into this meeting, but what do President Biden and the other leaders hope to come out, achieve from the summit?
Well, definitely vaccines are top of the agenda for this meeting, Jill, with President Biden and White House officials pushing for the Quad leaders to come together and make a plan for the billions of doses of vaccines that are going to be needed, first of all, to be manufactured. And that's something that certainly the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to be called upon to assist with, but then also distributed throughout the world. The White House saying that this is an issue that is going to be pivotal in the months and possibly years ahead as various new strains of COVID-19 exhibit themselves and as we all may need to get used to the idea of having seasonal COVID-19 jabs in the same way as many people around the world have a seasonal flu jab now. Also on the agenda today, climate change, America's return to the Paris Climate Change Accords, of course. President Biden introducing the fact that he is putting climate change very much on the front burner of his administration with the appointment of former Secretary of State John Kerry as his climate change czar. But the bigger tapestry for this meeting is the accentuation of the role that the Quad plays, certainly in US foreign policy. It comes, of course, just days before Secretary of State Antony Blinken is due to meet with top Chinese officials in Alaska, the first face-to-face meetings between senior figures from the Biden administration and Beijing. And this is one of those meetings designed to pave the way for that. The president wanting to indicate to the Chinese that the United States is going to be operating in lockstep with allies and partners throughout the region in terms of determining what kind of policy it's going to pursue towards Beijing.
It's a bit of a diplomatic blitz expected in the next couple of days, I anticipate, with Japan's Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga being, well, the first foreign leader to actually meet President Biden face to face.
Certainly looks that way. The Japanese Prime Minister is expected to meet Joe Biden and become the first foreign leader to see him physically, directly, in a few days, possibly weeks' time. We don't have a date confirmed from the White House for that visit. Under normal circumstances, everyone always reads the tea leaves when a new president comes into power to see, well, which foreign leader does he call first? Which country does he visit first? Clearly, under COVID-19 conditions, things are very different. Joe Biden, for example, has already held a virtual summit meeting with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau of Canada, but the Canadian Prime Minister's presence at the meeting was on a huge jumbo screen alongside Joe Biden when they held a joint availability for the press. So there will be, I think, great pleasure on the part of the Japanese that Prime Minister Suga is set to become the first leader to meet Joe Biden face to face, and continued questions about when Joe Biden's going to travel internationally. Will he head to Britain for that G7 meeting that Boris Johnson is hosting in June? We still don't know the answer to that yet as COVID-19 conditions continue to prevail.
Simon Marks in Washington, D.C., thank you so much.